Melton's a Nikon photos and videos. 193 check flash drive imagery there. 4 yesterday and 1 or 2 this morning, 14th of April 2019. Here's a reporter. Tried to call me with AT&T on speakerphone. They're next door. They bought Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair and you. That's your family's lifeline, not working for a decade. As I've asked for, 911 Flight 93 checks, certified mail as well. But that's an awful lot of AT&T phone records. So put them on speakerphone. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. Tell them you can AT&T phone records all you want. We got your phone gate on video. Remember to post. Melton's videos and photos with my Nikon there. Oh yeah, get me my disciples so I can have a nice camera. Good photographers from all over the world. When you see someone besides me and my changing eyes, oh yes, the stigmata eyes, I'm Melton, son of God to Mary. You see someone besides me and my changing eyes in my imagery, we started to build. Jesus' Immaculate House, you can call it that. You can call it a better world. But come see me in person. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil, put someone besides me and go there. In Melton's imagery. Remember to honk at those Mormon perverts casing your neighborhood when the only ones home are your kids after school. And you remember the missionary work from the Muslims, don't you? Yeah, 9/11. Get that Mormon Muslim AT&T. Chinese. And yes, Lori Ann Brady Bond. Watch call list going. Do some intel for America. My Nikon photos and videos for April 7th, 2019. A whole lot of hate. Turn that hate back around. Call up AT&T. Try to call me with them on speakerphone 24/7. Not only at their office, at their home. They are actively involved in harassing a man in a wheelchair at my home, because I've been asking you for 911 Flight 93 checks for over a decade. I've yet to get one. So you throw that hate back at them. They bought Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair. You call them up to curb that hatred of that over-the-top monopoly endangering America. That's your family's lifeline not working. Me not getting a 93 check in over a decade of asking. No certified mail either. That, I bet you can guess. If Randall Stephenson, CEO's political, religious, business censorship stops your phone from working because of that. In an emergency, it's going to be just as newsworthy. So be a part of curbing AT&T's hatred. Call them up 24/7. Try to call me. Get them angry. Try to find out what else they're up to that we need to address. Melton's videos and photos made with this phone in my hand here. Today the 25th and yesterday 24th. And yes, Trump's phone gate. The general and traitor Colonel Sal have an audience in that stolen mail warehouse. Not one 911 Flight 93 check in over a decade of asking. Make a video of that right now. 424-229-4140. You got the time in your video, you got the date, you got the number dialed. Mine. Not one 911 Flight 93 check in over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. And if you're gonna send me something, make a video first. That letter. And yeah, those of you who can, mail me a lifeline. This phone in my hand is often affected by high-tech toys. So mail me a lifeline, watch it get stolen. And then use the GPS to locate those stolen mail warehouses, America's stolen mail warehouses. You can be Geraldo. Show those reporters how to do their job. Imagery and videos, a whole lot of hate from AT&T and the Mormon cult on site as usual. Remember to honk for Jesus, to honk at those folks casing your neighborhood when you're off working and only your kids are home in the afternoon. Honk for Jesus, let those Mormon cult perverts casing your neighborhood know that America is watching it. Call them up, all of them. They're harassing me, a man in a wheelchair, rather openly and easily documented. So put their numbers on the backs of fives, on the backs of that Mormon's Beware image. Call them up day and night. Tell them you're condoning, you're supporting your cult harassing a lot of folks and an active part in compromising our security. We're not going to have that. Try to call me with them on speakerphone, and if you get them a little angry, that's great. They'll tell you what other compromising of our security as a nation they're involved in. What other things they're involved in. Yeah, I ran on and on a little bit, so this is my Nikon short video. For the 25th and the 26th, remember to try to call me with all Mormons, Mormon cult, those perverts casing the neighborhood when the only one's home or your kids after school. Mormon cult, and you know the Muslim cults, missionary efforts too. You saw 9/11, and also all AT&T employees, and they parked their noisemaker. Here's some of those that did that, have done that past couple of years. Parked the noisemaker outside my window in a closed parking lot. It's easy to turn that noise off. Call them up 24/7. They like noise. Park your noisemakers outside of their homes, and you get them to tell you what else they're doing besides being obvious as a phone monopoly or others. Hijacking America's lifelines and taking an active part in it, perhaps. What else are you doing? It's as easily documented. I got your time on the phone, number down. What's your part in this? Get their reaction, and you post all AT&T employees. Get them on that bad day, and they will tell you what treason AT&T and all those other folks are involved in. MELTON. This is my Nikon folder for yesterday, the 9th of April, 2019. As always, AT&T next door bought out Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair. They love that backup noise, Spectrum employees, so you give it to them 24/7. CEO down to pallet wrapper. You get them all hearing that backup sound wherever they go, and you call them 24/7. Why should you do that? They're a threat to American security. I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade. I have yet to get one. And yes, they bought Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair. Call them up, put their numbers on the backs of their fives, AT&T's employees. Call them up. Oh, yeah. Get them as they're coming out of the bar, or CEO Randall's been working them real hard. They're groggy. You try to call me with them on speakerphone, and you ask them, when else will my phone not be allowed to work? Doesn't matter how often you AT&T phone records all of America has your religious censorship, your phone gate AT&T on video. Post, and you don't know what. Get them a little angry, and they just might tell you what other treason, what other compromising of America's security they're involved in. Melton's videos and photos for 23rd of April 2019. The videos and photos taken made with the phone in my hand right here. Yes, started the table full of art photos, all 4x6. Oh, I've got 28,000 graphic art photos. Look for them on DAFFODILIA, the blog spot there for one. CrashComplex2.wixsite.com/DAFFODILIA. That's what's made up of the screenshots of this phone again. Right here. Hit those boxes underneath that heart there and you will find 28,000 graphic art photos, growing each month. Check it out, download, print me out. 4x6, 10 cents, 20 cents, depending on where you shop. And I'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. Make sure you print some photos for your friends. As well, come see me in person. You have to. To be in my imagery, the devil steals your cars. Folder for the 11th of April 2019. A lot of hate from Spectrum, a little louder, AT&T. A little louder than usual. And they were taunting with, carrying out not a brand new computer they are using, but an old one that looks like this. It's my refurbished computer. Kind of look taunted with that. So you remember, each and every AT&T employee requested that you park something large that backs up in front of their house. Do that. Call them up after it's been there a couple hours or a couple days or a couple weeks, and you'll find out what other treason, what other threat to America they are involved in. Get it on video. You're trying to call me, 424-229-4140. At least you can get that. You tell them. You can AT&T phone records all you want. I got my video of PhoneGate, AT&T's PhoneGate, Randall Stephenson's PhoneGate on video. Timestamp on your phone, number dial. And it's your duty as an American citizen to call them up, get them a little angry. They love noise outside of homes. So they're going to get a hell of a lot of it, and they're going to, especially the lower levels, they're going to tell you about the upper levels of AT&T's threat to our security. Get it all on video. Nikon photos and videos for the 17th of April 2019. You have some documentaries of hate from next door. Some Chinese employees of AT&T that are never there, haven't been there before. So I'm figuring they're on their way up in management. I think they were in uniform. And yes, calls to management about hate from down below. They're on uniform there. These folks, they like noise. So park your noisemakers outside of those employees there. They're harassing me, a man in a wheelchair, and I've been telling you about your lifeline being hijacked for over a decade and have yet to get one. 911 plate 93, checking post N5. Make a video with AT&T's employees on speakerphone. If you do that 24/7, you park those noisemakers outside of their homes, like they park outside of my home. Oh, FedEx. I've seen them. Nice big truck, and it doesn't make a noise. And they shouldn't make a noise when they back up at AT&T Spectrum. They shouldn't do that because it's in a private parking lot. they shouldn't be hijacking your child's lifeline, then altering phone records covered up. You put them on speakerphone, those folks I just showed you there, and all AT&T employees. And you try to call me with them on speakerphone, 424-229-4140. You tell them you can alter phone records all you want. We've got your phone gate AT&T on video. These are my Nikons for the 3rd of April. Yes, the title now. I got to change the title. I got to put documentaries in the documentary folder and low def the whole thing. A whole lot of hatred from the Mormon cult and Muslims on hand. They're foreign, Mideast, terrorist connection Muslims on hand, certainly acting like it. And AT&T's harassment coordinated with them. And of course Chinese always involved. But I got to low def and all of that. But yeah, that's happened to call. Police non-emergency line took 18 minutes to get to it. Usually it's about 5-10. And yes, that non-emergency noise complaint line Muslim shriek. Sounds like you're in that Mideast. At least what I've seen in the movies and stuff, and they're having that bizarre sound. Wailing, whatever the hell they're doing, is to dissuade me from complaining about the hate of the Mormon cult, their Muslim brothers with their harems and terrorist connections. And AT&T is to dissuade me from complaining about the noise from down below, coordinated with the AT&T hate. Remember, you hear that AT&T commercial on basketball or anything, that reminds you to call them up. Try to call me with them on speakerphone, 424-229-4140. Make the video, post the video. Tell them you can AT&T phone records all you want. Randall Stevenson. All of America's got your phone gate. Your threat to our security as families, individuals, and a nation. We got it on video. I'm Melton, and these are my videos. A lot of them. A lot of harassment from AT&T next door. Mormons on hand with their Muslim terrorist brothers from the Mideast on American soil in Utah, yeah, with their harem. I'd hate to see that harem, because yeah, a whole lot of ugly folks around here lately, and not just ugly from censorship. Active part in America's hijack lifelines. Ugly from high-tech toys stopping a video in the middle. I guess I'll just have to stop it, make it a two-parter, because Chinese, yeah, ugly folks going over the top with that lately. But yeah, make that video of America's hijack lifelines. AT&T's phone gate, decade plus in the making. You got AT&T on the speakerphone. You got me. You're trying to call me. You're getting AT&T's hijack lifelines. AT&T livelihood. Make a video. Timestamp on your phone. Number dialed. Randall Stevenson, other CEOs and executives of AT&T. And yeah, call up all those Mormons. All Mormons. Because they are constantly in and out of here conducting harassment techniques. And yes, last night with those dangerous Mideast Muslims tagging along with having their harems tag along with their hatred of America and hijacking of our lifelines and harassment techniques. Make that video, post the video. You just have to guess what those look like. Melton's the Nikon photos and videos for today and last evening, 4/16/2019, April 16th. I'll make it quick because I've been going on and on. A lot of reason to go on and on. But I need to do it in a minute. 2-minute tops kind of video. A lot of vapor trails yesterday. Skies grayed over today. And a whole lot of Chinese folks where they used to be non-Chinese folks to get next door with AT&T. Been taking some photos. They're harassing me with that lorry noise, the backup noise. Person knife in the back, lorry, kind of taunting. So I'm gonna, take some photos. Remember to call them 24/7. Put that speakerphone on. Try to call me. All AT&T employees, the lower ones will tell you what the higher ones, what treason they're taking part in. Especially if you call them up on their day off when they're at a party or getting drunk or getting high. Overworked by Randall Stevenson, the CEO. Call them up and they will. I had some just personally taunting. This is from yesterday. Had some personally taunting me just today with their bloody hands. Put your noisemakers outside each and every one of those AT&T employees, including Spectrum. They own Spectrum now, AT&T does. You get them raging, you get them angry, and you find out what else. You call them 24/7, try to call me with them on speakerphone. Ask them what else is your company being treasonous about. And yeah, you can alter those phone records all you want. AT&T, we got PhoneGate on video. Do that. On to my Nikon 424 photo video talking about the Mormons and Muslims being an active part, and the Mormons, casing your neighborhood, those Mormon missionary perverts, casing the neighborhood, the only ones home are your kids after school. And yes, the Muslims do that 9/11 kind of missionary work. You remember that, don't you? And this right here, that's mail disappearing. I tell you all, and yes, you should do that, make a video of your hijacked call to me and your stolen mail. But this is mail. I ordered DVDs from Walmart, and those things right there are photos of the site that says they were delivered to the, trying to grow a new body. Let me show you my eyes. It said it was delivered to the locked parcel locker. And yeah, that's downstairs, I'm assuming. They literally stealing mail on hand. The Mormons are. Aside from being an active part. And remember, mail me those phones. Lifeline, often my phone, this one in my hand is not allowed to work properly. So mail me a phone, and those of you who can do such things, you use that GPS to find out where America's stolen mail warehouses are. I bet you're going to find some in Utah. I know that. So do some intel for America. Call up all Mormons, all Muslims, 24/7, 365. Park noisemakers outside their homes, and you get the truth out of them about what they might be involved in besides that. Post. Melton's photos and videos for the 29th. Oh, it's titled that. 29th of April 2000. My hand's a ball guy. I'm trying to do two things at once. I want to show you what length these are, and I'm going to get to the big icons. But yeah, the end of April 2019. And a whole lot of shaking at it. I bet I didn't get them all. Won't show up. That's the devil lorry taunting. That's the Chinese taunting. Get me my disciples, so that they can shave the seconds in that fashion. And I can give you more Mormon, Muslim, AT&T, Chinese, and of course devil lorry is always included in those kind of things. I can get you more of those images. I can also tell you how to, I don't mean just, this is the kind of shaking they're putting in. Not just your normal you or I taking a moment to get the camera angle right with the phone. It's them taunting. It's the devil, it has to be obvious kind of way. And yeah, come see me in person, get me my disciples, and I will show you how to build a better world. Promise. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter, married Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. Look for the handsome bald guy on the sleek wheelchair. Let's get started on those 1,000 points of light. Melton's phone videos and photos. This Easter, 21st of April, 2019. Oh, that's a nice desktop. Well, you can find out without my contact if you'd like, Forever Flower Imagery. Check at the end of the month, unless my computer's broken yet again. Because those making those Flight 93 checks left and right are irritating of those hijacking America's lifelines. Make that video of timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Tell everyone at your get together, family in. Check each other's lifelines. Make that video, timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Not one 9/11 Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. Put AT&T, all Mormons, all Muslim cult, both have missionaries. You've probably seen the Mormons case in your neighborhood, and you've seen the Muslim missionaries from the Mideast at 9/11. So get that Mormon, Muslim, AT&T call watch list going. Try to call me with them on speakerphone, and you know they all got a raids problem. AT&T not as much as, at least I haven't seen it, as the Mormons and the Muslims. Get them angry and they'll tell you what else they're doing besides compromising our security as a nation by hijacking America's lifelines. Tell AT&T, got your timestamp on the phone? I got the number dialed. I got AT&T's phone gate on video. When you got them on speakerphone? And yeah, can't reach both the registration links there or at my YouTubes. At DAFFODILIA, my portfolio site. Can't do that, then yes. That's Obama saying we can't have those Christians voting. Excuse me, Hussein. My video's made with my Nikon. Hear that siren? Remember to 9/11, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Whatever boring thing you get, it's not going to be boring if you need a fireman, police, paramedics. That's money out of your pocket. It's your AT&T livelihood every day. When do you get that boring thing? Calling up countless of the customer. Most importantly, it's America's hijack lifelines. So make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, and put the numbers of AT&T employees taking a very active part, some of them right there. Harassing a man in a wheelchair, and you, that's your family's lifeline not working as you try to call me. So put the numbers on the backs of pops, call them 24/7. And yeah, they love that backup noise, AT&T. So park anything that makes noise out in front of their homes and let them know you don't like their military style harassment on American soil. 9/11 Flight 93, check and post at 5. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Make sure you got all AT&T executives on speakerphone. As you try to call me, tell them you can AT&T our phone records all you want, decades worth of it, without getting that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. All my imagery, all my graphic art, all my videos, not one yet. You can AT&T phone records all you want. America has AT&T's phone gate on video. Hand that 93 check imagery out so everyone can check in post in 5 with AT&T. Find out what other treason besides hijacking America's lifelines they're involved in. Videos and a few photos I took with my phone today, the 2nd of April 2019, and last night. These are a little more long-winded than my phone. I hope to change that. But yeah, a lot of them are about AT&T's threat to America's security, to America's family security as well. And it's easily documented. Make that video, put the numbers of AT&T executives on the backs of these fives, call them on that threat to America. Be on the side of truth and kids. Make that video of your family's lifeline not working. Just try to call me. You don't know when else it won't be allowed to work. Include generals and colonels in either business, phone monopoly or the general business. You're incredibly incompetent. You don't know about MELTON and a decade of very easily documented censorship, graphic art, and videos. You don't know. You're involved or you're incompetent. Either way, we need new folks in your boots and your suits. Are you planning a revolution? Is that why you need to take out the means of communication like the phone and the mail? Not being mailed about those 93 checks in over a decade either. Gonna send me something? Make a video of it. FedEx, UPS as well. And yes, it takes just 5 minutes to make that video of your hijack call to me. Takes a little longer probably to get AT&T's executives on speakerphone and call me up in front of them. There's that easily turned off noise. Is that one of theirs? Oh, they bought out Spectrum to harass a man in a wheelchair next door. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, post. With Randall Stevenson on speakerphone and his executive, tell him it doesn't matter how many phone records you alter, America has AT&T's phone gate on video. Videos and photos from a Nikon. This is my birthdays. Most of it was yesterday. Uploaded this morning. Been processing all morning because I've seen so damn much hate from AT&T next door and from Muslim Mormons. That's the reason I'm telling you to get that Mormon Muslim cult watch call list. Put the numbers on the backs of any of my AT&T, any of my generals, any of my Flight 93 check. You call them up and you say, what do you know about me not reaching MELTON? Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. You explain you're making a video of it. The speakerphone, especially for those AT&T executives and generals and colonels. So you can alter all you want, you can pretend all you want. Play act. I've got PhoneGate on video, and we are keeping an eye on you. And you get them raging. Devil's people, include Lori and BRADY upon my personal knife in the back sister from Lake Charles, I believe, still. Louisiana, include her. She likes to rage with her gay husband. They both can reach me by phone, so you ask them, what's your part in my family's lifeline not working? When else will my lifeline not be allowed to work? Because of something you're active in. Get the reaction post. Oh, you don't have to use the Mormons beware. You can put it on the back of all those numbers that the incredibly active hatred has brought about. The Mormon Muslim watch list. Watch and call. Military Pitbull Project. Watch, call list. Ones who rage, yeah, that's obviously someone who's up to something no good. So you make sure their number gets a star by it as you hand it off to others. Anybody has a problem with that, you tell them. I can't reach MELTON. I have no idea when else my phone won't be allowed to work. Let's put you on that watch list until we can get someone besides him and his videos and imagery. Photos and videos made with this phone right here in my hand for the 24th, the folder of April 2019. As always lately, Mormon cult on hand, hatred and AT&T. Hatred. So remember to put all Mormons, all Muslims. They do that missionary work too, the Muslims. The Mormons you've probably seen knocking on your door. The Muslims, yeah, you remember 9/11, don't you? That's their missionary work. Make sure you make that video with all Mormons, all Muslims, all AT&T employees on speakerphone as you try to call me. Not 193 check-in, over a decade of asking. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. You gotta send me something in the mail, make a video of it, and yes, if you send something with a GPS, use it to locate the stolen mail warehouses. Very seriously, guys, that's the modern eyes and ears of technology changing our world. Wear 'em with Dale. But yeah, it's easy enough to just put all Mormons, all Muslims, all AT&T folks on speakerphone. And yeah, like lower level employees of AT&T, they're not gonna, a lot of them aren't going to know what they're telling you. That will help the security of America. But yeah, you put them all on speakerphone and you tell them, I can't reach Melton. I've got the timestamp on your phone. Just a clock even. I got the number dialed. Make that video, post that video. Call them 24/7. If you get them a little angry and they got something to hide, you know they're going to tell you that. To do a little intel for America, yeah, come see me, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Have Will Travis, a great place to build. Jesus is an immaculate house. And videos for the 7th of April 2019. A whole lot of harassment from the Mormon cult in this apartment complex, and yeah, the Muslims with them, Saudi Arabian Muslims, as well as those next door with AT&T who bought Spectrum out next door to harass a man in a wheelchair. So throw some of that hate back at them. They're probably in their ugly as sin temples across America. Go outside, honk as you go past. You see them casing the neighborhood with only your kids there in the afternoon, you honk. You let them know you're watching them. You call them up, put all Mormons on those Mormon, Muslim, include AT&T, call watch list. You call them up, you get them angry. Call them 24/7. They disturb me here in my home 24/7. Those saint hating Muslims and Mormons, if you put their names on that list, you get them angry. And you find out what they're planning, what they're a part of, other than our hijack lifelines, which you can easily demonstrate to them by trying to call me. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video. I'm looking for my fives, but I guess this will have to do. Any of my 93 check imagery, put their numbers on the backs, and you call them up 24/7. They're conducting military-style harassment here around me, a man in a wheelchair, 24/7. That's your family's lifeline. AT&T's a part of hijacking. AT&T, the phone records, all you want. We got your hate on video. Play that backup noise for them in the earpiece there, and wherever you see them and the Mormon. Throw that hate back at them. Get them to tell you what other treasonous activity they're involved in that compromises our security. What other treasonous activity they're involved in that compromises our security as a nation, as families. Throw that hate back at them. Find out. Melton's videos and photos made with this phone. There's my stigmata eyes growing a new pair of eyes. There's Tom's phone gate. telling you how to document not only your hijack call, but your stolen mail. Mail me a, oh, my latest image from yesterday. Simple, but it's real nice. Very colorful, huh? Mail me a phone. This phone in my hand making this video is not always allowed to work properly. Mail me a phone, man in a wheelchair, laptop, and yeah, it's not gonna get to me because the devil, compromising American security, is stealing it, my mail as well as your mail. But you can use the GPS to find out where Trump is hiding America's stolen mail. Yeah, Hussein, the previous king, he couldn't say anything about him stealing mail or hijacking a lifeline, jeopardizing our security. You couldn't say anything about it because he's of a special type. Yeah, he's Muslim. I think it gets much hotter for Trump. He's going to be converting to Muslim. Remember to make that video of your hijack call to me with all of AT&T's employees on speakerphone, and I heard a car alarm in the distance. I have to warn you that AT&T bought Spectrum next door to harass a man in a wheelchair. Oh, this is gold here. Sharp looking wheelchair. I'm MELTON. So with all those AT&T employees close by, set those car alarms. They're stealing your mail, they're stealing your calls, they're stealing our security, they're stealing truth, you name it, they're stealing. Get them on video doing that. Put them on speakerphone. You try to call me, tell them. You can AT&T phone records all you want. I got the timestamp on the phone. I got the number dialed. I want to know what else Randall Stevenson, the CEO, is doing to jeopardize America's security. Post. Nikon videos made with my Nikon camera. Digital camera. Getting a whole lot of AT&T hatred lately. Recorded on video. Remember, AT&T's employees love noise. They love harassment noise of me. So justice noise, you getting every employee of AT&T's mega monopoly corporation on backs of fives, their fives, and telling everybody, yeah, make a whole lot of noise outside their homes, like AT&T does constantly. They can close, it's a closed parking lot, they can turn the noise off. They choose to harass a man in a wheelchair telling you about your family's hijacked lifelines for over a decade. So make noise and call them 24/7, put their numbers, cell phones, landlines, office, non-office, call them, talk to them. You know, on their day off, they're having a little fun, doing their recreational substances, alcohol, drugs. When they're overworked by Randall Stevenson, CEO of AT&T, get a little angry because, yeah, that's what AT&T is doing outside. They're telling you to do that to all of their employees so that you can get the truth out of them. What else besides compromising the security of America with your hijacked lifelines? And AT&T and our phone records about that. For a decade I've been asking for a 911 Flight 93 check with a whole lot of imagery. I'm the handsome bald guy there. And I've yet to get one 911 Flight 93 check. No certified mail, no non-certified mail. That's why the generals are there. Mail me those cell phones. Mail me those laptops. I won't get them, but you can use the GPS to find out where that corrupt, treasonous general is hiding America's stolen mail. I hear it's a lot of casino flyers and political censorship. Those they don't want in a small town or big town, they don't let the mail get through. So, yeah, locate those stolen mail warehouses. Make those videos of your hijack calls to me. Find out what else AT&T is hiding. Call them up 24/7. They love noise, AT&T does, so call them on that and get the truth out of them. Planning an invasion, revolution, let us know. Get them angry enough, they'll tell you. Son of a carpenter, married Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter, I get to tell parables. And this right here is, yeah, that's a hatred, noise complaint. And it's always lately the same thing. It's the Mormon cult folks who are living in their own little world. No, I'm not just talking about Utah being their own little world. I'm talking about little folks, even by those standards, in their own little world. And they come here, and the most often thing heard as they're explaining to others outside is, that's not our friend. Yeah, most of them is just BSing with that. They pretend they move in and out. The Chinese devils move those cartoons in and out, and it achieves real consequences. Yeah, all Mormons. They're not cleaning the house, they're not getting that. And I'm not the only one they're conducting religious censorship and harassment methods against. You get them all on speakerphone. You drive by those ugly as sin temples on Sunday where they spend 3 hours worshiping the devil in their lives. You get them on video as they're casing your neighborhood when the only ones home are the kids after school. And you tell them, to a man, to a woman, we don't want your Mormon cult perverts in our city. Get them out. You'll get them to write. Oh, they got plenty outside the states. That's another thing I overhear a lot. You'll get them to write us off their cult sales route. And yes, they've also got those Muslim brothers. So put all Muslims. And Muslims are often here on hand. I call it the Muslim Mormon apartment down below. So you call them up, they do their own missionary work, guys. You remember 9/11. And they have that rage problem just as much as the Mormons do. So you get them a little angry and they'll tell you what else they're up to, what else they're planning besides being an active part in harassing a man in a wheelchair and other harassment projects all across America. They'll tell you, other than being a part of hijacked lifelines. Put all of them on speakerphone, you try to call me, you get out of them what it is they're hiding. Come see me. Have Wood Travel Show the perfect place to build. Jesus' immaculate house. Walk right through the devil. Melton's photos and videos made with this phone right here for the 16th of April 2019. And Flickr last night, more bizarre than usual. Well, it's a good direction. I'll have to try it later on tomorrow. But yeah, I go into remove because it's no good to me. The site's not working on my phone. I can't publish my daily photos and videos, and that's Mormon high-tech toy folks on hand, harbinger of the apocalypse, and military on hand, not doing anything about it. That's the how you tell which of the military are traitors, literally, from privates to generals. But anyway, I finally got to a screen on the internet where I could publish photos, and then it just stopped. You can select all, you can hit a button and it says select all, but you can't hit the button and unselect all. And as you're going through as I'm going through to public a month of photos and stuff that didn't get public from before, it stops. You can only publish 500 photos at a time, but you can't unhighlight. And it's a bizarre cartoon screen. Check out the video if you can find it on YouTube there. Some ranty stuff and some mean stuff, but some true stuff last night in our fun fiction. Now you got the 10 years worth of Flickr. Hit this and you can go to this month and check out your stuff of that month, and it's bizarre because it's not responding at all. You can't go to the last year, you can't go to this month. It's a Chinese cartoon website. Whether it literally is or is not, I'll see if I can reach that, make a video of course the website with the blog spot that takes you to the Flickr, and my DAFFODILIA takes me to the Flickr with those 28,000 posts. I didn't even post last month. Devil Lori, personal knife and back text taunted, and then sent me that. It broke the last computer. Now it tried to break this one behind there just now. I mean, just yesterday. It's bizarre the desperation of folks lately. It tells you something. Come tear down the Great Wall of Evil, put yourself in that video, in my photos, and let's get started. And that tells me something right there. Putin, CEO of AT&T over there with Putin, showing them how to spy on senators and representatives, and they changed it to a funny moon. Dad put my imagery on the moon thing instead of a more serious one. That's them being bizarre as anything and worried as anything. I hear Trump started his campaign in Russia too. And yes, Putin, Randall Stevenson, CEO, he worked with the Mideast, about around the turn of the millennia, and he was expecting to be placed in presidency, but no, they chose somebody's son. Yes, the Osama rumor. List. Well, not really the B list, the A2 list, because I've got a lot of harassment from AT&T. Hatred of truth in a wheelchair. Oh, it's temporary. I'm growing a new body. Check out those stigmata eyes when you can see them. And yes, get me my disciples. Why should you get me my disciples? I'm one man working alone, watching the Chinese. You can call them whatever you want. Go hog wild crazy. Altering titles in front of me to haven't spent half a day retitling. Give me my disciples to do the processing, and you know what one's the best. Put them up top. And yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Disciples no longer need to have beards. Long hair and dresses are still in style. A social humor. For April 6th. I also got A2, a whole lot of devil hatred. Producing a lot of that. Here is the titles for yesterday, the 5th, my birthday. A whole lot of harassment with that from AT&T and the Mormon Muslim. That's what I designed on my birthday. A nice Mormon Muslim watch call list. You have to excuse the any titles. The Chinese are screaming at everybody, get him his disciples. I'm Melton, son of a cartoon. Get him his disciples, left and right. They're so worried about one man working alone that they literally, high-tech toys go in. That's not AT&T. That's not the general. That is Chinese loser. Great Wall of Evil tell. Give me my disciples. Let them do that, and I can get you plenty more stuff to talk about. Beautiful imagery, design as well. On videos and photos, altered a little bit, but yeah, AT&T's backup hatred, Devil Lori's hatred, going strong today. Now, pick that up. Yes, he takes taunted personal knife in the back. text taunted, and then that computer back there broke behind this screen. I had to get another one. The computer was 3 months old. They're being obvious as hell. They're worried as hell. They altered the Mormon Muslim call watch list image. Retooled from the Mormons beware. See those Mormon perverts casing your neighborhood? When the only ones home are your kids after school, you honk at those perverts and you put them on that call. All Mormons. That one right there. All Muslims, all Chinese. Look at that. Call them up. All of them are an integral part around me of what is hijacking your lifeline that you try to call me. Not 193 taking a decade of asking, and yes, the personal knife in the back. I stopped answering the calls so it text taunted before they broke that computer back there. So I redid the image. I didn't get some new imagery to design today because of that. But I hope to include the Chinese and the AT&T in that. You call them up 24/7, you park your noisemaker outside of all those folks' homes. You get them raging. The Mormons, the Muslims, Laurie, devil from hell, and her gay husband, Samuel Lindbond, they love to rage. You find out what else they're involved in besides America's hijack lifelines. All those folks. Call them 24/7, you get them a little angry and they'll tell you. Come see me in person, have Whitwood Travelers show me a great place to build. Jesus' immaculate house. Tell me what you believe. That cowardly Hussein placing censorship needs to stop. Place the cowardly Hussein. They don't call him Hussein unless they're Muslim. In our White House, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Yes, especially where he's from. Yeah, from Africa. Kenya, I believe. To be closer to his dad, yeah, Osama. During those formative years, before he moved to Hawaii, then on to Harvard, and then on to be placed right after 9/11 in our White House to stand our democracy. Not a fan of the buffoon Oriental Russian guy in there now. But yeah, very personal. With those Muslims and Laurie's hate, I'm constantly hearing from AT&T next door. Get the truth out of them. Call them 24/7. Get them raging, and they'll tell you what other than compromising our security by hijacking our lifelines they are involved in. Remember to post. Oh, and mail me those, anything with a GPS. I'm not going to get it if it's got my address on it. Those with bloody hands hijacking a call to me are going to steal it. Use those GPSs to find America's stolen mail warehouses or disposal centers. And document what placed the cowardly Hussein in our White House before they do it again. These are my photos from yesterday. This is that tell I talk about often, the Chinese. Hijacking this computer with high-tech toys. It's the, we get to mess up many times. Let's see if my legs are strong enough, but hip control. And that's as big as they get. That's extra large. 5 minutes ago. They were bigger than that. That's the devil's pick. That's Laurie's hatred. Remember to call up the devil, Laurie, and everybody involved in those impersonators of me, keeping me alone on Easter, hijacking your family's lifeline. 424-229-4140. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, post. It's AT&T in my livelihood too. Use as well. Whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me, 424-229-4140. Not going to be boring when you need the firemen and police paramedics. So, get it on video. Timestamp on your phone number dialed right now. put AT&T's employees, to a man, to a woman, on the backs of those fives of theirs. See if I can find them real quick. Good luck registering to vote if you can't read that site. And yeah, even if you go into register to vote somewhere, good luck having it count. Well, as long as I've made it 2 minutes. Those are the fibs. I stole the mail too. Call those generals, call those colonels. They don't know about me, Melton, with a decade plus of graphic art, asking for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. Yeah, they're involved or they're incompetent. Either way, we need new folks in those boots, in those suits. And yeah, Obama can't have those Mexicans or those Christians voting. In case you have trouble reaching vote-truth.blogspot.com or this man right here, 424-229-4140. Can't reach me with every boring thing you get. That's our democracy hijacked. You get that boring thing, you're calling up countless voters to tell them who or what they should vote for. That's our hijacked democracy, the kind that can place a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Get on video, and yes, mail me those, your hijacked lifeline, our hijacked democracy. Mail me those phones. I'm not going to get them, but my phone's often not allowed to work properly. So you mail me a phone, a lifeline. I'm a man in a wheelchair. Don't know when I might need it. Mail me that lifeline and you're going to watch it be stolen. Use the GPS. Yeah, I'm growing a whole new body. Got to build Jesus' immaculate house? Come see me tomorrow. It's Easter. I'll be alone. Here in the immaculate apartment. Yeah, watching the world headed for hell till you see someone besides me here. But back to my point. Mail me that phone, watch it get stolen. You locate those stolen mail warehouses. Get it on video. Those folks have blood on their hands. That's not cool. Active parts in America's hijacked lifelines. Takes 5 minutes. Right now, 424-229-4140. Whatever boring thing you get, not going to be boring. You need the firemen, the police, paramedics. Money out of your pocket. Your AT&T livelihood every day. Photos and videos. The ones made with this phone right here. 424-229-4140. For the 2nd of April 2019. Yeah, a lot of harassment from both the Mormons below and the AT&T next door, both with their Chinese influences running wild. So they got plenty of calls coming in. You do that. 424-229-4140. They're harassing a man in a wheelchair, telling you all about America's hijacked lifelines for over a decade. They bought Spectrum to harass me next door. AT&T did. So you call them up, put them on speakerphone, you try to call me, tell them, doesn't matter how many phone records you alter AT&T. America has your phone gate on video. Melton's phone videos and photos folder for the 3rd of April 2000. What a design yet today. 2019. A lot of AT&T, a lot of Mormon cult harassment. And look, there's AT&T's Ryder truck. Yeah, AT&T's can't afford to put. They got their name on it. Yeah, lately they've had more vehicles without it on there, but yeah, everything's got Spectrum's name, AT&T's name on it with that funny looking stupid icon. Remember, you hear that commercial? You see that commercial? You hear a censorship commercial, or worse, in a parking lot. Try to call me with your family's lifeline. Make a video of AT&T's executives on speakerphone as you do that. You can AT&T our phone records all you want. America has AT&T's phone gate on video. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed, post. The photos and my videos made with this phone, 424-229-4140, with of course the Lori Devil taunt. Next time you go into the folder, it's also a Chinese we get to mess up many times. They shorten, they make it smaller, and it's the Devil Lori kind of thing because she has to let you know it's taunting in person. It's not an accident. It is the Devil Lori being incredibly personal, taunting you. You have to know it's not. Oh, there it goes. A little bit bigger now. And it's also the Chinese. They get to do that every time. They mark it down a list, those using harassment techniques with the toys. And the next group that's through, which will be tomorrow, maybe this afternoon, they get to do the same thing. It's not just with this, but with all kinds of stuff that would shave seconds for a handsome bald guy working alone. Something about nothing. Well, pick up your phone. 424-229-4140, not 1-911-593, check. And over a decade of asking. Get the timestamp on your phone, get the number dialed, post. Call me up with Randall Stevenson, CEO and the executives of AT&T on speakerphone. Tell them you can alter phone records all you want. America has your number. They have PhoneGate, your PhoneGate on video. My April 7th folder for the videos and photos made with this phone. I'll show you the titles. I hope to get a nice short one in. I tend to ramble on. Got a lot of good things to say, but still. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. Tried to call me up with AT&T's executives and the Mormons, all Mormons, on speakerphone. Let them know we're watching your active participation in America's Hijacked Lifelines, compromising our security. We don't like it. 911, Flight 93, check and post in 5. Get them angry, get them telling you what other treasonous activities they're a part of. Those and videos with this phone in my hand for the 16th and yesterday, the end of yesterday, of April 2019. Desperation beyond desperation. A little bit better with Flickr because you can actually public. It's still altered and very tauntingly, but the main thing I guess is if I can put my no, it's not the main thing, because the rock checkers of Utah are claiming that they have the one and only with the graphic art, and that's why they don't want my daily photos and videos public on Flickr. So yeah, I'll check on things, and I'll keep telling how the military's in bed with the rock chuckers and try and shame them into doing their job of the streets. I'm Melton, son of Carpenter Mary. Daddy Carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I'm the son of Carpenter Mary. I get to tell parables, and this is March 19th videos, and yesterday as well, last evening, last afternoon, and the Mormon cult on hand constantly, with the Muslim cult and AT&T next door with Spectrum, letting me know they're getting a lot of calls, letting me know you're honking for Jesus at those perverts from the Mormon cult, under the guise of missionary work for the devil, casing your neighborhood when only your kids are home after school. Keep up the good work. Call them 24/7. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. Tell them AT&T can alter phone records all they want. We got PhoneGate on video. What's your part in that? All AT&T employees, all Mormons, all Muslims, get that Mormon, Muslim, AT&T watch call list going. We'll tell you what they're up to, aside from hijacking America's Lifeline. compromising our security in that way. Short, and it's not really, it's more or less functional, because I can't make these aren't the extra large, and it won't form. It was forming 5 minutes ago, but this is the devil's people walking among us. And yes, this is my 20th of April 2019 set of photos and videos. Tomorrow's Easter. Check your family's lifeline with everybody there. Timestamp on your phone, number dial. Remember to post. Whatever you get when you don't get me, you get America's Hijacked Lifelines. Document it. Certify your mail to me. Make a video at first before you send it. And yes, mail me those phones. I'm not going to get them. They're going to be stolen. It's got that man and his address right there. It's going to be stolen. Use those GPSs on those phones to locate America's stolen mail warehouses and who's got their hands bloody. Not just hijacking lifelines, but stealing mail as well. Hear that siren? 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5. April 26 videos and photos made with 424-229-4140. My phone. A lot of hatred. Went into that with the longer version of this. Remember, Mormon, Muslim, Chinese, and AT&T. Watch call list. Find out what they're planning. It's going to affect America's security, just like your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Not 1911 Flight 93, check calling over a decade of asking. It jeopardizes our security as a nation and as a families. So you get that on video. And do that intel for America. All Mormons, Muslims, Chinese, and AT&T employees. Call them up 24/7 to get the truth out of them. Post. Videos and photos made with this phone in my hand. 424-229-4140. On the 28th. Also includes yesterday afternoon. Yeah, a lot of hate lately. Lori hate, AT&T hate, Mormons hating, Muslims hating. So I designed a redesign. The Mormon Muslim image. They had altered, I had redesigned it from Mormons Beware, and there it is. Call them up 24/7, all those folks. Spark noisemakers outside their homes, and you find out what they're doing besides hijacking America's lifelines, taking a very active part in that. They'll talk, just get them a little angry. I'm Melton. These are my photos and videos made with this phone in my hand right here. For today, April 1st, 2019, and yes, yesterday afternoon and night. And a lot of AT&T and Mormon. Very calculated, very coordinated, very targeted. As a man in a wheelchair, censorship. Make that video, post that video. With AT&T's Randall Stevenson and other AT&T executives and Mormons. All Mormons. Try to call me with them on speakerphone, especially those little old ladies in genealogy in those libraries. They're directly in contact. They have an impact on the harassment techniques conducted from down below the Mormon apartment. And photos made with this camera in my hand. April 17th, 2000. Oh, my Sigmata Eyes video. My Tommy for the day about Randall Stevenson's face in the flames and his bloody hands. Child at a hospital. severely burned, sees Randall walking next to Tommy, the "No, I'm Chinese" fella, and he and the child starts screaming. His mom's phone wouldn't work because of Randall Stevenson's political, religious, and business phone monopoly. The censorship run wild, and so the child was burned and saw Randall's face in the flames. Melton's April 22nd photos and videos with this phone in my hand, made with this phone in my hand. I'll look for them on youtube.com/DNFD series as dailies and as series. And yeah, if you have trouble finding that or reaching that, ask around. You'll find Melton's imagery on external hard drive. That's what that is right there. And what this is right here, flash drives as well. You better bars, parties, military bases, college campuses, and churches. Nikon videos on the 31st of March 2019. Yeah, a lot of long-winded there, but 10 minutes. Make that video of America's high-tech lifetimes as you've got AT&T's CEO Randall Stevenson on speakerphone and all of his executives. They got 150 million subscribers, and they're charging to conduct their harassment techniques, harassing a man in a wheelchair. They can turn off that noise next door. They own Spectrum, bought Spectrum to harass me. They can turn it off. If that sounds far-fetched, pick up your phone. 424-229-4140. Right now, make a video. Those desperate enough to alter phone records to cover up their crimes. AT&T's phone gate. That's why I tell you to put those executives on speakerphone. Try to call me in front of them in person or via speakerphone and tell them. It doesn't matter how many phone records you alter. You're still a threat to America's security. That's easily documented. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. America's making videos of AT&T's threat. Their phone game. My videos are just videos, no photos today. With my Nikon. Yeah, a lot of AT&T. Hear that siren? Let it remind you to hand out big fives. With or without AT&T's number on them, but yeah, look for their fives and hand out those numbers of AT&T next door, harassing a man in a wheelchair in a gated parking lot and 6 apartment complexes. I've been asking for 93 chicks for over a decade and I have yet to get one. AT&T is worried about that, so they bought out Spectrum and started conducting harassment techniques. Coordinated harassment, cold harassment techniques. Make that video of you trying to call me with Randall Stevenson, CEO of AT&T, and any executives of AT&T. Tell them it doesn't matter how many times you alter phone records. America has AT&T's phone gate on video. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. AT&T executives on the phone, on that speakerphone. When else will my phone not be allowed to work? This is a video of your AT&T's phone gate. Video of the Nikon photos and videos for you today and yesterday. Yeah, I go on way too long. There's the titles, there's the time, and the size. That's all I need for my documentary ones, but yeah, you can always add a little bit more. All priests, all policemen, all firemen, Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. Protect those that you are in charge of protecting. Make that video, post that video of AT&T's phone gate. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. They can alter your phone records all they want. America has phone gate. AT&T's phone gate on video. AT&T's harassment of a man in a wheelchair. My Nikon videos from yesterday. Oh, they're titled now. Yeah, harassment of me, man in a wheelchair. Threats from AT&T's parking lot there. It's not enough to buy Spectrum and harass me. And six apartment complex in close proximity. It's not enough to do that. Now they're making it even more personal. The man in that van closest to their little vent there. And this one here is another person with a whole lot of hate. Make that video. You can document it. Put AT&T on speakerphone. Try to call me. Timestamp on your phone, number dial. Make that video. Post that video. That's AT&T threatening your family, our nation. Make the video. Post the video with AT&T's executives on speakerphone. Tell them you can AT&T all you want. We've got your hatred, your threat to America's security on video. We got your phone gate, Randall Stevenson, on video. One and only said thanks for making it incredibly personal again and again with threats from that parking lot. Semper Fi, aim high, fly, fight, win. This we will defend America from that threat that is AT&T. A quick video. Gotta eat. I tend to ramble a little bit, especially when there's so much to ramble about. AT&T's hatred, Muslim Mormon cult, and the beginning of the Muslim Mormon cult. Homeland Security watch list. Call them up. Can't reach me. Ask them what's your part in that post. They seem to have an active part around here. I'm Melton, Stone Cold Melton, son of Carpenter Murray, and this is my Nikon videos and photos folder. And the hatred, well, these from yesterday, hatred that had me design the Mormon Muslim military pit bull project watch call list. Put their numbers, every Mormon, every Muslim. Until you see someone besides me in my imagery and my videos. Yeah, I spent my birthday alone yesterday because of that intense hatred from AT&T next door. And yes, AT&T is included in that Mormon Muslim hatred stuff. I often see Mormons and Muslims next door and down below me at this apartment complex, and they have inspired. Their hatred needs to be addressed. Get them angry. Call them 24/7. They like to disturb me 24/7. You call them, Mormons, Muslims, get them angry. Get them screaming at you about that decadent American that you are, and they will tell you all kinds of stuff they're planning all across America. Other than your hijacked lifeline that you try to call me, 424-229-4140. Well, put the generals and all that on the fives as well as the AT&T executives. Hell yeah, that one I liked. AT&T executive having an affair with his mistress. It's 3 a.m. A concerned American with that Mormon Muslim call list calls him up. And yeah, he doesn't know anything about America's hijacked lifelines, his part in it as AT&T executive, and yeah, the concerned American puts his wife on the phone as he and his mistress are in the hotel room there. Oh, do that nice stuff. Call them up. You don't have to be nice to AT&T. They're threatening America's security and our family and individual security. Get them on video doing that 24/7. They show me their hate 24/7. You show them truth. On photos and videos. Oh, yesterday the computer wasn't pulling up the photos, and yeah, they weren't turned right, they were sideways. So here's the 19th Nikon photos and videos. Here's my Nikon photos and videos for the 19th of April 2019. Oh, not the best. It's randy, long-winded, and yeah, inspired by a whole lot of hate. Devil, Lloyd, personal knife and that kind of hate from Louisiana, and AT&T next door, and Mormon cult on hand, and computer not working as computer does, like that. Good 2 or 3 really good ones. I'll join those and have it for my Nikon for the day. Melton's photos and videos with my Nikon. Yes, some good shadow. That's a DVD I'm burning, and had some nice shadows at the end of the day. Made my Tommy parable video. I'm Melton, son of Carpenter, married Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann, I'm the son of Carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables, and I did my Tommy parable with those nice shadows right there. Got some cloud photos in yesterday as well. It's Easter Eve, and the devil hated these photos enough to cloud over LA. I don't think we have clouds in the forecast. Come, let me get your shadow in a nice image. Let me define graphic art with your beauty girls. You want to try to call me, and you're going to see all you attractive blonde and near blonde girls in college. Don't try to call me. You're going to see the devil stealing your calls. 424-229-4140. So come see me. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. When you see someone besides me, in my imagery, 28,000 plus graphic art photos grow each month. Yeah. We've torn down the Great Wall of Evil and we started building Jesus' Immaculate House. Be a part of that. Melton's Nikon photos and videos. Man in the shadows with the light of truth welcoming of those who've done wrong, who've earned hell, welcoming them to hell. Yeah, these are made, including this one I can't use because they literally put a child. Well, that's the Nikon there. Right out there, as I'm making a video with the fire alarm having been set off on Easter Sunday, taunt and terrorize a man in a wheelchair. Gold doesn't do too well on stairs, and they close the elevators off when that alarm's going off. Make that video. America's Hijacked Lifelines, 424-229-4140. Post, certified mail as well. Just a quick folder video of with my Nikon. I'm gonna go get the phone. This is the phone's videos for today, the 9th of April 2019. Melton's photos and videos with the phone in my hand, 424-229-4140, and a whole lot of Mormon and AT&T next door, both requesting noise. Find out what else they're hiding besides taking an active part in America's Hijacked Lifelines. Post. Call them up 24/7. Try to call me with them on speakerphone. Ask them what's your part in this very obvious, easily documented censorship.